So apparently, according to Sports Illustrated, AEW is the best wrestling promotion of 2025. Oh boy. Yo. Oh boy. Woo. Oh shit. Oh my god. Oh boy. Woo. Oh man. Woo. Oh boy. Yo, that was a good one. Oh man, I needed that laugh. I really did. Because AEW Dynamite Holiday Bash, oh boy, that was a joke. That was a total shit show. That show sucked, right? It sucked. AEW has had some of the worst television all year. AEW has not really been that good since Cody and CM Punk left, right? And just because MJF is back, it doesn't mean that he's going to be able to get AEW out of the massive hole and rut it's been in as of late, right? AEW has sucked for a long time. A long time. And they don't have stars. The only star that they have is MJF, right? So he returned. He got a good reaction. Glad that he's back. But MJF is not going to be able to save AEW. AEW is still ice cold as a product. MJF just serves as a band-aid. Because AEW is just bleeding out. And it continues to bleed. And no one has been able to stop the bleeding. It's not looking good for AEW, man. It's not. This show was a disaster, right? It's a disaster. I'm really wondering how long, I'm really wondering if AEW is going to be able to, I wouldn't say sell out the Now Arena, but I wonder how many people are they going to be able to get out next weekend for their final pay-per-view of the year. Even though MJF is back, I'm willing to bet you they'll probably get out at least 5,000 to 6,000 people. And that would be fair, right? Because of the holidays. But other than that, I doubt if they'll sell out the Now Arena next weekend. I doubt it. I just don't see it. I don't see it. But we're going to get into AEW Dynamite Holiday Bash from December the 17th. Not going to really spend long on this review because this show was just a disaster. I didn't even really watch most of this show. I was really just playing video games, basically, for most of the show. I stopped just to watch the MJF stuff, him coming back and everything. That's all I really watched. Didn't watch much anything else. So, all right, let's go ahead and get into it. So we kicked the show off with the first match of the night. Jon Moxley defeats Roderick Strong to advance in the Continental Classic. Who cares? He now has 6 points. I don't give a damn about this, right? This tournament is total garbage. Enough. End it. This is pathetic. Moving on. This leads us into the Elite, which is Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks. They defeated the Don Callis family, which was Hechicero and Takeshita and Okada. So, I mean, that's fine there. The Elite, they win. Omega hits the One Wing Angel onto Hechicero. Post-match, Don Callis, he refuses to leave the ring with the money. So, Okada attacks Nick Jackson. Takeshita, he took out Matt Jackson with a Raging Fire. Then Okada and Takeshita, they get into a shoving match. And then Omega, he comes back. He has a broom. And the Don Callis family, they run away, basically. Yes, Kenny Omega had a damn broom. Who cares about this nonsense? And they walk away with $1 million. I don't care about this shit. We've seen the Elite betray one another and befriend one another for years. Enough. Can we stop? These guys are not stars. Moving on from that, this leads us into the contract signing between Samoa Joe, Adam Hangman Page, and Swerve Strickland. So, all three guys basically say nothing of really any importance. But the lights go out, and MJF shows up. He gets a really good reaction. He signs the contract because he's quote-unquote cashing in his contract from winning the Casino Gauntlet back at All In. No, I can't remember when that was, when he won that. It was months ago. I can't even remember. So MJF says that he knows that people are probably wondering why he cashed in his contract. He says that Hangman called him a coward. He did some thinking during his time off, and he admits that Hangman may have been right about MJF taking every shortcut he could. MJF says that he wants to hurt Hangman, but there's no better way than taking the AEW World Championship far away from him and his rivals, so Hangman's fans have no more excuses left. So Samoa Joe's about to speak, but MJF cuts him off. MJF says while he's not afraid of Joe, he still hates him. He says he needs to go down as one of the all-time greats, and says that Joe made fans question his ability. Then says he's about to make Samoa Joe fall back further than his hairline. MJF says he'll end Joe's title reign at World's End, just like Joe did it to him a while ago. So Swerve's about to speak, but MJF cuts him off, and MJF says that he let Swerve graciously in his house. MJF says that Swerve became a tag team champion, dethroned Samoa Joe as world champion, but his rent is due because AEW is the house, is his house rather than Swerve's, and the Devils come to collect. Then he promises to become AEW World Champion at World's End, and he says that he's better than you, and he knows it. So, good stuff there. I did like that. It makes the most sense. MJF being back is good, but he serves as a Band-Aid, and, you know, I think MJF, being back is good, but he does basically just serve as a Band-Aid. There's a lot more things that need to take place. So good stuff there. Moving on. This leads us into an 8-woman tag, which I didn't watch at all. It was Megan Bayne, Marina Shafir, Athena, and Mercedes Moné versus Thomas Tony Storm, Mina Shirakawa, Harley Cameron, and Willow Nightingale. The heels, they win this, so it is what it is. Who cares? Then this leads us into the main event of the evening. Kyle Fletcher lost to Pac, so Pac now has, I think, 6 points. So he advances in the Continental Classic. And that was AEW because I refused to watch Collision, so who cares? So whatever. Dynamite was basically just a shit show. It really was. Like, it was a waste of 2 hours. We got just nothing but wrestling. You know, our only segment of the night was the Fatal 4-Way between MJF, Samoa Joe, Swerve, and Hangman. Other than that, this show sucked. This was not a good show. This was a garbage show. Garbage show. And again, MJF being back is fine. All right. But we've seen him as world champion before. We've seen him as world champion. But he does have to win. And I do think that this is all going to be leading to him versus Will Ospreay at All In next year. So I think you have MJF win next weekend. And then, because you can feud him with Hangman, you can feud him with Swerve, and you can feud him with Joe. Will Ospreay should be back at least by May or June of next year. At least by that time, he should be back. Hopefully. Because neck injuries are no joke. Those things are nothing to play with. But hopefully Will Ospreay can be back by May or June. And I think that would be good. You give Ospreay a little run with the title. But I just feel that you got to do more. You really have to do more. AEW right now is an extremely cold product. I don't know how you push AEW forward. I don't know. You do need stories. You do, because there are no stories going on right now. There's nothing. This Continental Classic is garbage. No one cares about it. And after this year, it needs to end. This needs to be thrown away, right? I forgot to mention that Eddie Kingston was on this show, but nobody cares. Who cares? It was just him promoting a match for Collision. Who cares? And speaking of Collision, I think that Collision should just be it should be a standalone. I think Collision, really and truthfully, should be on Thursdays. And you let it absorb Ring of Honor, or you merge it with Ring of Honor. And so that's what I would do if I was Tony Khan. Just merge Ring of Honor with Collision. And I guess you go from there. But nobody watches Collision. Collision has been a failure ever since CM Punk left the company, because it was his show. Collision has been going downhill ever since. And it's just really just a waste of time. But, I mean, this show here was just awful. And we know that next week's show is going to be bad because it's the holidays. So, it is what it is. But whatever. But MJF being back is fine. It does make sense. We already knew that MJF was going to come back at some point. It made sense for him to come back tonight anyway. And I'm guessing he's going to win. I'm guessing he'll more than likely win at World's End anyway. I mean, there's nobody else, right? You can't put the title back on Joe. Hangman has already had 2 failed runs with the title. And Swerve, same thing. You can't really put it back on Swerve either. So you have to go for MJF. There is nobody else at this point in time. So it is what it is. What did you guys think of